Young Black Equestrians, the podcast, with your hosts, Abriana Johnson and Caitlin Gooch. All right. So welcome to another episode of Young Black Equestrians TV. We have Brandon Rease here with us to talk to us about his experience riding horses and a little bit about some polo. So welcome, Brandon, to our channel.
Happy to be here today.
Happy to have you.
Yes. So, Brandon, just tell us about yourself a little bit, kind of where you're from and what you do, all those sorts of things.
Right. Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia and I live in Philly right now. I've been riding since I was about 10. Mm-hmm. So I started riding in 2005, 2004. And then shortly after I started playing polo. I've been playing polo for the past, 13, 14 years as well. Mm-hmm. But I really haven't played much competitively for the past 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. I barely ride now. I probably ride maybe 6 or 7 times a year. It's very rare that I ride. When you every day though, we only ride a few times a year. It's special. But right now I'm just working on building different businesses. I have one online business that's pretty much like an online marketplace, where I pretty much broker different products and services, kind of like a mall, but online. Mm-hmm. And then I'm also soon launching a venue in Philadelphia, like an event space venue.
Nice.
For the Philadelphia area. The name is Utopia Venues. So just trying to find the right location now. Mm-hmm. So that's what I currently do. I've been in the horse industry because I went to college in Rhode Island, Roger Williams University, and I actually helped establish the polo program there.
Nice.
And only in the second year we actually won the national championship for the intercollegiates. After the second year of establishing the program with myself, another teammate that I grew up with playing, his name's Daymar Rosser, and then 2 other players, George and then Pedro. Mm-hmm. And that was back in 2017. But really since then, I've been really out the horse industry, just working on building my business and, on different endeavors.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So what made you get into horses in the first place? I know you said you started around 10, but what kind of pushed you into that activity?
Right. Yeah. Actually, one of my best friend, Daymar, who I grew up playing with, actually him and his older brother, Kareem, they were involved in a program based in Philadelphia. The program is called Work to Ride. Mm-hmm. And what it was catered towards inner city youth in Philadelphia to give them an outlet to experience equestrian and polo and other different equestrian disciplines. Mm-hmm. And it's catered towards low-income families in Philadelphia. In order to be in a program, you have to sustain decent grades at a B level, and then put in mandatory hours at the stable. Mm-hmm. So they were involved in that program before I was, maybe 3 or 4 years before I started back in 2005. And it's funny because we grew up down the street from each other, and I always knew they were traveling, going places, riding horses. It's funny because we used to make jokes about them. About riding horses and everything. Oh, you from the hood and you ride horses, blah blah blah. You stink and all that. Little. But soon I just piqued a lot of curiosity. They would come back hey, we just came from the Hamptons. We were in Virginia last week playing this and that. I'm okay, it sounds interesting, because I was always big into geography. But long story short, just one day I went up to the stable. It was only about a 10-minute drive, if that, right in Fairmount Park in West Philadelphia. And they took me up there one day.
Born and raised.
Yeah, but no, they took me up there one day. And I just watched them practice, and I just fell in love with what I saw. Came up there, got on the horse myself, and, fell in love with the sport of polo and horses ever since.
That's awesome.
Huge turnaround in perspective, I bet, once you started riding.
Say that again?
I said that's probably a huge turnaround in your perspective once you started riding.
Oh yeah, for sure. It just definitely just opened my mind up to what was possible. A lot of the times the only way people where I come from, in Philadelphia is they think, okay, you either go the traditional route of going to school and going to a career, which is totally fine, or they think, okay, maybe I become an entertainer or or become a sports player. But just seeing my endeavors through traveling and riding horses and that type of network it opened me up to. It just made me know what's possible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Most kids they only step outside like the 20-mile radius, you know, in Philadelphia, and it's trusted. You know what I mean? So being able to travel all across the country and even travel internationally to play and meet all different types of people from socioeconomic backgrounds, demographic background, it's just like it's eye opening. Being a kid from North Philly.
Yeah. I mean, I think that program, you know, by itself is just an amazing way to kind of expose kids to, you know, the life that they could possibly have if they kind of stick with it. So it's really cool that exists for sure.
Yeah, definitely give a lot of gratitude towards the program.
Mm-hmm. So what challenges did you kind of face while you participated in that program? Like, did you get to travel and interact with other people in the industry? What did you see when you were participating?
I wouldn't say I really had any challenges. I just like being polo, you know, it's a lot of old money and old white money to be, you know, more specific. You know what I mean? And that environment can be a little stuffy, if you know what I mean. It just took a while to get used to that and really adapt. You know, being around those type of people, being around that type of environment. You know.
How do you think that compares to like the NBA? You know, to be, I guess, playing devil's advocate. You know, how they have kind of the white person's running the show, and then you have people of color doing the performing. How do you think that kind of compares? And did you see kind of a similar outlook on it in the polo industry?
No, not really. For me, it was just being, you know, just being around like people of affluent background, I would say. As far as like, I never really felt as far as like I was working for
someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get that question. Matter of fact,
like so you said that, you know, it comes from, or it has like old white money, you know, in that industry. Do you feel like it's sort of like the NBA, where they, you know, they pay people to play, but the people who are really making the money are the people that own the teams? Is there like a same kind of construct for polo when they have, you know, are they hiring kids to come and ride their horses and compete and stuff while someone else is making the money?
Oh no, I where I played in interscholastic and intercollegiate polo.
Oh, okay.
Actually, like it's just like any other you know, like
school program.
School programs or school sports. So just like a high school league, but I never played professionally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could have, but with polo, you need a lot of resources. Even though you don't have the skills to play professionally, like you need your own string of horses, right? And that can go up, you know, easily like $250,000 just to get started.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I've heard a lot like with polo that people need like 5 or 6 horses, you know. In any other discipline, people don't have that many, you know, they're trying to compete with.
Shoot, at the highest level, like in one match, which is like 6 periods, like one player could easily use like 12 or 14 horses.
Wow. What? Well, can you explain, just in case somebody watches this and they have no idea what polo is, can you explain to us what polo is?
Yeah, so polo, it's a sport. It's a team sport where it's played on 300 yards by 100-yard field. So it's pretty much 9 football fields, 3 by 3 in length. But it's 4-on-4 sport. And it's pretty much, think of it like hockey on horseback. But the way like the ball, like the way the plays move is more like soccer. But think of like hockey on horseback, where you have 2 goals at the end of the field, but there's just no like goalie. That's really it. And the object of the game is just to score past the goalpost.
Okay, and during the game, people switch out their horses.
Yeah, usually like at the highest level of polo, in one period, a player might use 2 horses. So
Wow.
maybe even
Why?
3.
Why is that? Because they get tired?
Yeah, like they're like the horses are moving at like 35, 40 miles an hour at that level, at the highest level.
Oh,
Switching,
That sounds so dangerous.
yeah. Like,
it's actually the most dangerous sport. But before I think it was like NASCAR driving.
Oh wow!
I think
Because in my mind, I'm thinking rugby, but on horseback.
It's a contact sport too. You'll see people like bumping each other, taking each other for the ball and everything.
like,
Do a lot of horses get injured doing that?
yeah.
Like people get injured. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like a regular thing, but people do get hurt.
What about? I mean, the horses.
Sometimes horses have injuries. It's not as often as you might think.
Oh.
Players and horses both they both get injured.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't care about the players.
I mean, I guess that could be the same with any riding industry, discipline. I mean, there's injuries everywhere, but it just seems like that the sheer speed and like somebody is opposing you. It's not like y'all all run in the same direction, but you're like kind of back and forth. That's pretty cool though. You have to be quite the athlete, I feel like, to be able to ride and have hand-eye coordination with a stick trying to hit a ball.
It takes practice, but if you know how to ride, I feel like if you know how to ride, like basic riding, you're not scared. I think anybody can become good at polo. I'm pretty sure y'all would probably kill it. Y'all already know how to ride. I've been riding for years.
I'm glad you have faith in us.
Right. Because my hand-eye coordination is not there at all. It is. Nope.
Is there a specific breed of horse that's used for this sport?
Yeah, most people use thoroughbreds, mostly thoroughbreds, for their speed and agility.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find some appendix like quarter horse thoroughbred mix, but majority like thoroughbred.
Yeah, I don't see myself riding on no thoroughbred.
Right.
Going all across every way. That's dope though.
Right.
What kind of horse do you have?
All of mine are Arabian mixes. So Arabian quarter horse cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arabian horses there.
Yeah, they're not that tall.
You get ran over. Their stirrup gonna be right here.
Right. I can fall off comfortably in case something happens.
Right. That is the truth. So what advice would you give to like an aspiring equestrian, someone who either wants to do polo or do something different, just wants to be in the horse industry?
I mean, I always give my advice for people is just to go experience as much as you can. If it's something that piques your interest, just go for it. Don't let anything stop you. Anything, you know what I mean? Something you want to do, just go for it, and just always have confidence in yourself. That's what I would say, especially when riding, because a lot of people when they first start off, they're like scared of the horses or not sure, but just go for it. Because even though I play polo, I definitely enjoy other disciplines as far as like barrel racing and like team pinning as well. I like steeplechasing as well. I did a few steeplechase races when I was a kid.
What is that exactly?
You're basically just racing, but it's over jumps.
Oh.
It's like a cross country.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cross country race.
I have to Google it.
Yeah.
YouTube it.
Yeah. See some examples. So when you were, you said that you helped establish the collegiate polo program at your school. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, how was the school receptive to it? Did they already have a equestrian program there?
Yeah, they had an equestrian team, but they didn't have an established polo program. As when I was applying to colleges, I think this was back in 2012 when I was applying to schools. I knew of Roger Williams because I knew the coach. His name was Ted Torrey. He used to coach the college team here at Valley Forge Military Academy in college in Wayne, PA, or Valley Forge, PA, same thing. I knew he was the coach there. I knew there was some type of like equestrian team and horses there. So I applied. I got in. I actually got a full ride to that school, Roger Williams University, a full scholarship. And I really just was like really persistent. I would talk to the AD, athletic director, every day, as well as with Ted Torrey just to put pieces together. I recruited my friend Daymar, who I played in high school with, who I won 2 high school championships with. I recruited him and another guy that used to compete against George Hemp. He played in Maryland. So they came the following year, as well as another guy named Pedro, who came from the Dominican Republic. So that was the 4-man team. But unfortunately, I didn't play that year once the program was established. I helped establish the program those 2 years, but they didn't start playing to the year after, and I wound up leaving the school. But in that year, we had won the national championship for Roger Williams in 2017.
Nice.
And it was in Santa Barbara, California.
That's awesome. So when you have to like travel to places to compete, are there horses already there? Are you trailering horses?
And the intercollegiate, there's already horses at the facility. So wherever school is hosting you, they usually have horses to provide. And the way it works is there's like 2 different string of horses, but they split string. So what that means is each team will ride the same set of horses at least once.
Okay.
Because there are like some horses that are better than others.
I'm about to say, does that kind of
like, how do you know? Like, they're like, put all the lame ones on their team.
Right.
No, horses play a huge part. They say that horses are about like 80 to 85% of your game. I would say that's definitely true because a great horse and a bad horse could take your game completely polar opposites. If you have a great horse, it could bring your level. It could bring your playing level up than what you actually are. And you have a bad horse, you're handicapped. It's like playing with handcuffs on, and I've experienced both sides. I'd rather be on the good horses.
Yeah, for sure. How do you? I mean, I guess you just have confidence in your riding skills, but I know that I wouldn't trust just hopping on somebody else's horse and competing. Like, how do you get over that? You just do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't have the choice.
No, you don't really have the choice. Like before we ride the horses, they do give us like pointers and like things like, oh, maybe this horse have issues of like going into corners. So that's something that you're aware of, or like this horse is a little strong. Maybe put a stronger rider on it because this horse like runs through the bit, or this horse is really fast. It stops on the brakes. It's an easy horse to ride. So we know before you get on the horse. But if you're like a decent rider, and especially you've been playing the sport, I feel like anybody can get on any horse. Yeah. I don't think it doesn't play too much of a factor though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You use English tack for that?
Yeah, English tag. Yep. Yeah.
What is your opinion on breeches for men?
Breeches for men? Me personally, I wouldn't wear breeches.
What do you wear?
What did you wear?
Hey.
Like the little tan. They look like tights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear breeches, but.
What do you wear? Like jeans?
We wear white jeans.
Interesting.
White jeans.
Yeah.
It's made of jean material?
Most of the time, yeah, but usually nowadays they make them in like you know how like you can find like some stretchy jeans.
Jeggings.
Like,
From jeggings? Yeah.
Jeggings. They're called jean leggings.
No, there are jeans that are like kind of stretchy, but yeah, you just wear white jeans. But me personally, you will not see me wearing what are they called? Breeches.
Breeches, yes.
No.
So breeches.
No breeches. No breeches for Brandon.
That is funny.
That is pretty cool. That is actually pretty hilarious. Well, all right. Well, I mean, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Yeah, I learned something new.
I know.
Might try.
We're gonna have to go watch a match or a game. What do you call it?
Call a match game. Yep, same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go watch one and kind of get a first-hand experience and see what that's all about. How long does it last? Like, how long do you play?
The actual game itself, of actual playing time. So there's 7.5 minute quarter chuckers, usually 6 periods. So
Chuckers?
they're called chuckers.
Okay.
Which is a period of polo. I don't know where the term comes from.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
So basically 45 minutes of actual play.
Oh, okay.
But the game itself will last about 2 hours.
So 45 minutes, and in the professional arena, they usually have about 5. You said 5 to how many horses?
So there's 6 periods which are called checkers. So all playing time is the same for each level, from like lower goal polo to higher goal polo. But it's 45 minutes. So on the lower end, somebody might use 1 horse per chucker, but like at the highest level, they might use 2 horses, and sometimes
2 horses
per chucker.
Yeah, so you can have up to 12.
Yeah, like the average player maybe have like 12 horses.
Yeah, that sounds expensive.
Yes.
For 45 minutes in total. Wow.
That's crazy. But I feel like a lot of people go though. Like they make a big thing about it. Like they wear like the fancy hats and like it's a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine and cheese and all of that.
Not the hand emotion.
Wine and cheese, But,
oh man, I wonder, are there any polo matches in North Carolina?
I'm pretty sure there's some polo clubs in North Carolina. If not, definitely, I know there are definitely some in South Carolina and Aiken. I'm not sure how far you are from Aiken.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours. It's not too bad.
Oh wow, so no. That's
pretty far. It's not too bad.
Well, I mean, it's not Philadelphia.
As well. How far are you from DC?
What, 6?
About 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure there's like polo clubs in North Carolina.
Yeah,
you have to get fancy one day.
Yeah, wine and cheese when you can eat or drink wine. I'm sure there might be something at Tryon International Equestrian Center.
Where's Tryon? Where's that? Is that in Tennessee or North Carolina?
No, it's in North Carolina.
Tryon, North Carolina. Mm-hmm.
I never heard of it. Okay.
Yeah, it's fairly new. They have like a horse thing. It's like an equestrian center. Like they do a lot of show jumping, like Grand Prix and random horse events. They have like restaurants and lodging, and you can stable your horse there and all that stuff.
So it's like a resort, almost a retreat.
Kinda, yeah. It's near the mountains. So when I went there, we stayed in an Airbnb and like hiked the waterfall, and then went to Tryon and watched the Grand Prix that night. So it's a nice area.
Okay, sounds like fun.
Yep.
What discipline do you ride?
Western.
Yeah, Western trail riding. Most part.
Yeah. I love going on a trail ride on a nice afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't many trails in Philly though. They are, but like they're like small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
are they in the woods?
Yeah, we have.
I had to ask.
No, Fairmount Park, which is is our park in Philadelphia, is actually the biggest city park in the country.
Oh, nice.
What?
Yeah, it's the biggest city park in the country.
When I get money, I'm gonna just go on road trips.
Right, and visit all these places that we hear of.
That's what I just want to do. Just want to travel and just I want to travel to every continent and many countries and play polo.
That would be fun. How many have you been to so far?
Countries?
Yeah, or continent. You said just 3?
Yeah.
Playing polo?
That's a lot.
Yeah, I played in Nigeria and England.
Okay. I'm sorry. Like, we're just going to say that like it's so nonchalant. So, Brandon, tell us about your experience in Nigeria, okay? How was that? Was that fun?
Yeah.
I traveled to Nigeria on 3 different occasions to play in the tournament. It was called the UNICEF Cup. I think the last time I've been, I was 15. It would be like a total different experience now. I'm 24 now, so experiencing that at 15. I think the first time when I was 12, but experience from like 12 years old now being 24, it'll be totally different. I'm definitely going to go back.
Take us with you.
Let's go back to the motherland.
Yes. We are all gonna need a one-way ticket soon enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I almost considered moving to Ghana like 3 years ago.
Well, they're opening up their citizenship, apparently, according to Facebook. So that might be an option for you.
I think they said, who was that rapper? Not T.I. It's another
Akon?
No, not Akon.
I'm just throwing out stuff.
No,
I was gonna say that.
He's a
Ludacris?
Ludacris. Yeah, Ludacris.
So I keep up with him.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know Ludacris was like Afrocentric.
Yeah, he was down for the cause.
I know T.I.
Empowering Black people.
For sure, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
You should write him a letter and be like, hey, I play polo. I do this. You should get on this. That would be really good.
Yeah. So how many times did you go to England? I mean, you just like went to Nigeria just only 3 times and, went to England. So how many was that?
Just once.
Oh.
We asked no questions. That was fine.
Yeah.
The highlight.
In the collegiate tournament there.
That's amazing. That is like, do these tournaments rotate? Like they're just all in different countries like that?
I think it's just depending upon we like during like the seasons from like intercollegiate and intercollegiate and interscholastic. All the tournaments are in the U.S. And like locally or on the East Coast,
right?
But they were just like different tournaments that happen in Nigeria and in England and all that. Yeah,
that's really dope.
Yeah, I definitely. Polo's expensive, so that's why I definitely want to establish myself very well and definitely start playing on my own. I always played was because like I was playing like in school or through work to ride, or if I was working a different job. I worked several jobs, in polo industry.
Well, I wish you luck in the venue business. I think that will go really well for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need more of us owning venues because we all be looking for stuff to have weddings, parties, anything you can think of, baby showers.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Wow.
So y'all should look into it. Open one down there.
Yeah, that is on my list.
Yeah. My list so long.
I know, right? What'd you say?
I said, what city y'all from again? It's like a city or like a town?
Wendell about to be a city. The town of Wendell.
Yeah. They're towns.
Yeah, they're towns. With mayors.
Where you at?
I'm in Zebulon. Yeah, it's right beside Wendell. Like, okay. I know it sounds funny, but that's where I am. It's like the cheapest place close to Raleigh that you can like have horses and not cost your arm and your leg. So
right.
So yeah, I like it though. It's nice. It's a nice place. But
the country.
Yeah. I literally. We cannot do YBE TV until like a month ago because I just got internet.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I'm happy now. We're here now. That's all that matters. We are here now in this moment.
Gross.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Brandon. I am gonna need like a couple pictures from you for your episode. And then if you want people to follow you, shout out your socials if you want people to follow you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram as the Polo brand. Polo brand on Instagram, and on Facebook my name is just Brandon Rease. Add me on Facebook as well. But and also follow my venue.
Let me do that.
Instagram as well as Facebook. Utopia Venues.
Utopia Venues.
So Utopia Venues, UTOPIA, and then Venues, VENUES.
Awesome sauce.
Ooh, that looks fun.
Maybe we can have a YBE conference at Utopia Venues.
What? That would be a lot of fun. I'm gonna need definitely need the hookup, Brandon. You're gonna have to give us some places.
Let's put it in the ether.
Yes.
Yes.
But, thank you, ladies, for having me.
All right.
No problem.
We'll be in touch, and we'll let you know when your episode is gonna be released. It won't be until February, but we'll let you know.
Oh, that's fine. All right. Thank y'all.
All right. Have a good
night.
Thank you for listening to Young Black Equestrians, the podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates. Listen, rate, and review us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Tune in next week for another episode.